Alright, I'm going to do this little quick video to show you about tumbling cabs. This is a standard mini sonic vibratory tumbler by Diamond Pacific. I think they're around 300 bucks, 350 to 400 depending on how many more rubber barrels you buy with them. I have it set on a pretty low setting right now, but it goes pretty high. That's a slow setting. They're great for doing cabochon work for sure. If you get a chance, you should definitely look into one. You can see it's just got a quick little thing. They're based on the old Lotto style tumblers. I guess they bought the patent or whatever. But it's pretty straightforward. Normally I run it with a really minimal amount of water, but we're getting drier this fall, so I've added a lot more water to it yesterday because it can seize up on you, just like all tumblers. I use the standard kind of brush just to go in and clean it. I have a barrel for all the grits. I'm sorry, not all the grits. I use the same barrel for the grits, and then I change out the barrels for burnishing, and I have a polishing barrel. So I wouldn't worry about it. I have had really good success with just using one barrel for the grits. The only grits I use are 400, 600, and 1000. This was a 600 stage. At this point, I will go in and check my girdles and bezels on all the pieces that are shaped properly. Versus sometimes I'll throw pieces in there just to help fill it, as well as use the pony beads to keep it filled. So if everything looks good, I'll run 1000 grit, just a little bit, tablespoon or so. They do keep some natural, obviously, and then some that will actually have the girdle cut. But I'll clean them. I don't run a borax or anything like that in between these grits. Just do a good clean, look for anything that's broken, and just move on from there. I do like the rounded aspect it gives. We'll polish everything for you great. So clean these up, and then we'll get it set up for the next one. Alright, so just like a lot of tumbling, just rinse, give it a little brush, look for anything that's built up, goes right back in. Now with cab pieces, you know, this flower jasper I cut in this is so hard, so I don't think I'll have to actually recut the girdles or bezels. It's got a nice round over edge, just making sure it looks even. And I'll go through these one by one, but just like all tumblers, stick with using pieces that are the same hardness or really close to the same hardness. This mini sonic tumbler will be more delicate on the stones, but I still wouldn't tumble something soft with something hard, because what will happen is, see, like with this piece, you'll still get wear on the soft areas. These little green spots are soft. So technically I should recut that, the girdle on that. But this flower jasper is such hard stuff. There was only one piece from the first tumble batch that had a failed rind that I had to reshape. So I'll go through this one by one. I'll recut anything soft, then I'll throw back in these pony beads. They're the same, even though it's grit, I don't care, it's the same. It'll be fine for 1,000 grit, no problem. And throw a little grit in there, turn it back on. So we'll finish her off here in just a minute. Alright, so we cleaned them all out. We recut any girdles I needed to. I'm just using a standard Diamond Pacific blend, 1,000 grit. And I'll turn on slow. I just eyeball it. Let it do its thing. That should be plenty. And then we'll give it a little bit of water. Where's my bottle? There we go. So that's all she wrote. This will run for 2 days, roughly, at 1,000 grit. And then I'll run into a burnishing stage 3 times. We do 14,000, 25,000, and 50,000. And then we polish it with rapid polish. This is how 90% of my cabochons are done nowadays. So I'm not afraid to share this method. A lot of people do it. It's easy, it's efficient, it makes the cabs affordable, allows you to produce a lot more work. So, you know, give it a try sometime. It's a good investment.